The Seattle Wine Awards is proud to highlight our 2013 tasting panel and its dedication to evaluating over 1,100 wines from the great vineyards of Washington State. There is no more prestigious venue than Seattle's historic Rainier Club, the selected site for the state's largest and most comprehensive wine recognition program, the Seattle Wine Awards.
The 2013 Seattle Wine Awards is once again the biggest wine recognition program, as every year we've increased our entries by the amazing support from the industry, and this year we've got 1,105 entries. I'm thrilled to welcome so many fantastic wine professionals to this year's tasting panel. We have Masters of Wine, Master Sommeliers, and national wine journalists, as well as local wine directors and professionals, helping us evaluate this year's field of entries.
It's a very fair system. I love tasting everything double blind or blind at least, and going through the evaluative process, it puts everybody on an even playing field. It really gets rid of the preconceived notions that you have regarding certain producers or certain wineries, and you actually get to see some of the up-and-comers, and it's really nice to allow them that venue where they can kind of speak and actually show their stuff.
It is a great opportunity to sit and taste blind, category by category or class by class. To have 15 Washington Mourvèdres side by side is a great learning experience for me.
The first thing I'm always looking to do is, I actually don't swirl wine when I smell it. The first thing I want to do is just, smell the wine and see what's going on in that particular glass. Obviously it's based upon what the grape variety is. That I'm going to approach a Cabernet Sauvignon different than a Merlot, different than a Cab Franc, obviously different with each grape, because I have different expectations, and ultimately because the market has different expectations. And as a quote-unquote judge, we're supposed to, I think, try to provide back to the winemaker, ultimately, information about where does your wine stand in relation to the rest of the marketplace.
That marketplace is worldwide, and the Washington State wine industry continues to expand with more wineries, vineyard plantings, and quality wine production each year. Many Washington wines rival the best from around the country and the world, with some of the top hailing from the Columbia Valley, Yakima, Red Mountain, and Walla Walla viticultural areas.
There is such a dramatic difference texturally to me with a Washington wine than one coming from the Napa Valley, for example, or mountain fruit in Sonoma County. To me, there is always a little bit more focus on that texture. The acidity is always a little bit more pronounced. It can generally result in wines of greater finesse and elegance in the best instances.
The Northwest wines have come a long way in the last 3 to 5 years, I have to say. There's definitely more cleaner styles available. We're seeing less oak, we're seeing more varietal character. It's amazing that they're so diverse and so different, yet each of them is doing something different to distinguish themselves.
Winemaking is ultimately, it may be an artistic endeavor, but first it's a cooking endeavor. It's a scientific endeavor. You put in the right stuff, something good comes out. If you don't take care of that, it grows wee beasties that are either interesting or often dreadful. But the fruit is universally really good. That the raw product just needs somebody who knows what they're doing. And the other point is, there's a whole lot of people who know what they're doing, and they're crafting really interesting wines up here.
It's really nice to see this many people being so really into winemaking and actually caring enough to go through this process. And I think it's extraordinarily instructive, the feedback that they can receive on these kind of things and see where they place and go up against what everybody else is doing. Often from the same vineyards or the same AVAs and some same areas, they can see what to aspire to.
After the 2 full days of sniffing, swirling, and sipping, the panel scores are tabulated and the wine evaluation process is completed. The Seattle Wine Awards recognizes the top scores with double gold, gold, silver, and bronze honors, representing the best selections in each retail price category.
I think we've got wines that are kind of coming into balance very nicely. I think that the last two vintages, 2010 and 11, have certainly forced the hand of many producers, and that has proven to be a very exciting thing. As a critic, I'm finding that certain wineries and winemakers who tend to have a heavy hand have been forced into something with a little bit more elegance, and they will be surprised at the high scores that they're going to receive for their forced restraint.
Join me, Margot Myers, for a VIP tasting of select Gold and Double Gold Award winners on Sunday, July 21st, here at the Rainier Club. This will be the Seattle Wine Awards Gold Medal Experience and your chance to meet Washington winemakers and winery representatives. Come sip and savor the state's top wines, complemented with a fantastic array of delicious food. Click on SeattleWineAwards.com for event tickets and information, and then keep the conversation going on Facebook and Twitter. The Seattle Wine Awards, a toast to Washington wine.